Hello everyone, and welcome back to JWorld. No reason, no need to use the quiet place today. Everything is going swimmingly. Today we are on the top of the Skylands, and we're going to be building the first part of our Skylandian structures, as I mentioned in the end of the previous video. So right now I am laying that out. And as I mentioned, it was going to be triangular, like kind of divisions of triangles. Okay, so let's see here. This whoa. almost walked off the edge of the building there. Okay, so then this is going to come up by 2, and then 2, and then 2 more, and then we just extend it the rest of the way like so, I believe is the way that I had it. Let me see. I think that's too much room. Yeah, that's definitely not right. What on earth is going? I think I went in the wrong direction. Hold on. Okay, if we go here to, yes, this is the direction I was supposed to go. Okay. It definitely did not seem right. Okay, and then this one should extend out to the line, which is there. Boop. Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this one is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then the rest of these are 2s. That's perfect. And then this is going to extend to here. It's going to mirror on the other side. And then what it's going to do is right here, what we're going to do is we're going to go up like so, and then we're going to, okay, we're gonna have to waste a couple blocks here in the beginning. Boop. Okay, and then like so, and then it's gonna go dang it. Okay, come on now. I hate it when you're so close to something else that you can't edge place a block like you normally can. It's very frustrating when you can't yeah, anyways. Okay, and then there we go. So this is the design that we're going to be following, and it's going to go all the way up until it meets up with that block right there. Now, I believe I have, well, I know I have enough white concrete. I have more concrete powder down in the chest below, so we can turn that over if we run out. We're just going to do this smaller structure for today, and then what I want to do also is add some of the framing for our scientific loop thingy. I don't know. We don't have a name for it yet. And then so what we're also going to do is, let me see. Did it go? How did I have it going? I think I had it like such. Yeah, extending from there. Originally, I had it. Is this my pick? No, that's Fortune. Okay. Originally, I think what I was doing was extending it off of here, but it didn't look quite as good. Is this? Oh, that's not Silk Touch either. Okay. So we need to go get a Silk Touch something. But anyways, it's going to extend out, and then what it'll do is marry up to these blocks. So let's do that so we're not wasting glass, because I don't have a ton of cyan dye. I have the cactus farm for green dye, and then we got to make tons more blue dye with the flowers, but obviously that means baking the green dye, so that's not ideal. But anyways, what's going to happen is it's going to continue pyramiding up just like this all the way up to the top. So let me fill in this half and give you an idea of what it looks like. Okay, I've made a terrible mistake, and none of this is correct. Yeah, actually none of it. This is the only thing that's correct, and this is what told me that I made a terrible mistake. So this is supposed to go diagonally up until it meets up with this right here. Okay, like so. All right, and then what's supposed to happen is the glass is not supposed to go in this direction. The glass is supposed to go from here to here. So yeah, I gotta tear all of this out. Gosh dang it. Okay. Sometimes it's not fun playing Minecraft. Sometimes it's not. Don't worry. We don't need to go to the quiet room over this. I think we'll be okay. Any more mistakes though, and yeah, we'll have to see what we might have to go visit the quiet room. Also, apparently we need to light things up. I'm just over here gathering up some cactus that we're gonna have to go and smelt for green dye, and that's because I ran out of the proper ran out of cyan dye, and I'm extremely disoriented. There we go. Okay. I was trying to figure out where on earth I was. So you can see there, it's sticking up, and I gotta say, it's looking pretty fancy. That little hole right there is where we ran out of glass. So we almost finished that part, but mind you, that is only half of that specific structure. We still have to build the other half, and we ran out of glass building that. Actually, I have a lot more glass. It's cyan dye that I ran out of. It's cyan glass I ran out of. So, in order to make cyan dye, you need green dye, which comes from cactus, of course, and then you need blue dye, which comes from flowers. Now, getting the flowers is easy because you just bone meal them and then they just turn into dye, but cactus, for whatever reason, it has to be smelted in order to turn into dye. I don't know if there's a flower. Let me see. I'm going to check and see if there's a flower that just straight up gives you cyan. Okay, yeah, I checked, and there's no way to obtain it naturally. You can only get it with the combination of green and blue dye. So this is a very primitive cactus farm. I'm wondering if cactus farms will be sped up the way that our sugarcane farm is sped up. Okay, let's try this again without the water. Water can be so infuriating sometimes. All right, so we're gonna do an observer. Nope, the observer has to be facing right there. See, that's why tutorials are made in a certain way. It's just easier to do things in a certain order. Okay, and then we need our piston back. Let's go ahead and swap that out. Okay, piston facing up. Okay, now with that happening, what we're going to do is we're going to do the stair block right here, but facing the other direction. And then we're going to put the water there. Now, our sugarcane stays, okay? Even though the piston is taking up that block, it stays. And as you can see, it's actually growing quite a bit faster than a normal sugarcane should. So if I do another one off to the side here and do a comparison, you'll see that the one on the left is going to grow much faster than this one on the right will. Okay, so with this principle then, let's shut that off because that's annoying. Can we do that same thing with a cactus? Now, a cactus does not need water in order to grow, but what it does need is it needs space above it. So if I put a cactus on that block, it can grow, but if I power this piston, you can see it breaks, okay? And that's because it needs space on each side of it. Would that update the cactus similarly to how the sugarcane does, is the question. And it looks like the answer is no. I have been working and wandering around and waiting for 45 minutes for a cow. Oh my gosh, why you ask? Because of this, bad omen. Those dudes showed up on top of the Skylands, and I of course had to kill them, and then I got the bad omen. So I can't step foot into the village, which I need to do. So I've been just waiting for a cow to spawn so I could get some milk and get rid of this thing. Ah, so much better, so much better. Thank you, Mr. Cow. You may live another day. Yes, I know, he's so excited. You see that? But look at that. I framed the next one, the big one. Well, partly framed it. That is the little one. So obviously the little one, it's a little bit little, but if you look at it up close, it looks a whole lot bigger and fancier. I like it, guys. I really do like it. I like it a lot. It's coming out almost exactly how I thought that it would. So I have a plan for this area right here with a little cyan concrete. And then for now, we have the door like this, but that's narrow and unimpressive, so we'll be changing that. And then eventually, of course, we're going to add some different floors in here, but I think it's looking pretty fancy. Now, I also laid out the frame, parts of the frame, as much of the frame as I could, as much as I had concrete for. You can see I'm examined entirely out. But this is going to be the next building, and then this isn't going to be the only buildings. It's just these are the kind of the foundation buildings, the primary buildings. Now, I have other ideas that I would like to do, but I don't know if they're going to be possible because I have to come up with a supporting structure for my other ideas. But let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments right now. Please go down and type whether you like the buildings or not, whether you think they're looking pretty cool. In any case, we need to get a whole lot more concrete powder in order to finish up this that I started. I only got about a quarter of the way around our scientific magic ring thingy. Guys, please, we need a name for it. Oh, there's my water right there. Now, the way that I did, it's so scary falling right there because it just looks like you're going to die the whole way. The way that I did this ring is I'm using a little trick. I'm kind of tricking your eye a little bit. Something Scar, if you watch Good Time with Scar, he calls it forced perspective. Now, we're going to be looking at this island. That bottom part is never going to be seen from the Skylands. I need to stop calling it an island. It's the Skyland. This bottom white frame, and honestly, the external part of it is only going to really be seen from the ground. So I wanted to make sure that it looked really cool from the ground. And my original design for encircling and encompassing the blue glass was to have the white concrete be on the outside, but then that blocks the view of the blue glass and you don't see it. It looked really strange. And so I tried it on the underside just as a trial, given the viewpoint that we're going to have. And I got to say, it looks pretty good. I like it. I think that it looks a whole lot better. And then what we're probably going to do is, because of perspective as well, is we'll do the layer around the top of the glass, but then we're going to come forward, like come towards us on the top end, and that's going to make it look a whole lot fancier. So like this line of white concrete right here, even though it looks like it's forward of the glass, it's actually right underneath it, and that's the perspective I was talking about. But moving forward with this video now, because we're out of concrete, we need a whole lot more gravel. Sand is obviously easy to collect because we have the biggest desert in the world in our backyard. Oh yeah. Look, I found one. Yeah, it was just like over there. I thought I created this world before the bees. I was pretty sure I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But anyways, I found one and I got one jar of honey. I don't know where it is. I was so excited I lost it. So, oh, hi, Drowned. What's going on? Now, in order to gather large amounts of gravel, there is a whole lot of gravel in the mines around here, but that obviously takes a long time. So to gather gravel specifically, we need to go in the ocean, which requires breathing, of course. We do have a heart of the sea, but we only have 8 nautilus shells, and I believe that it takes 9 in order to make a conduit. Oh no, it only takes 8 because that's... Oh, yes. Okay, awesome. Oh, that's... I'm so excited. Okay, I was all ready to go fishing for like an hour in order to get one more nautilus shell. Okay, so now that we have that, what we're going to do is we're going to go visit the ocean monument. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jay, you're not prepared for an ocean monument. You guys, ocean monuments are easy peasy. They're like, honestly, so easy. I'm going to show you guys how easy they are, okay? Okay, so, yeah, it's done. Basically, everything went wrong regarding recording, and, I'm gonna now just make a super fast tutorial about it, and I'll release it. But basically, in this short story is, if we pretend that this is TNT, you put the TNT against it, you surround the TNT with blocks so that it cannot... so it doesn't have any water touching it. Then you take a redstone block, which will be represented by this cobblestone, and boop, right there, TNT explodes, you swim in, you kill the guardian. Yeah, easy peasy. So now that it's done, and again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Now that it's done, we are going to wait out this because unless I can find a cow somewhere. We're just gonna have to wait for the mining fatigue to wear off. We're going to gather up our prismarine and our conduit. You can see I tried to do the conduit on top, but I ran into issues. So normally what you can do, if your monument is not surrounded by blocks like mine is, what you can do is you can approach from the back leg of it like this, and you can mine a whole bunch of blocks before these dudes catch you because you're at the back of it. They're all the way up there at the front. This one, I was not able to do it because you have to be really low. You have to be all the way down on the floor of it, and this one doesn't go down to the floor because it's set in to the ocean floor and surrounded by blocks like this. So I wasn't able to complete my plans the way that I wanted to, and that's why my conduit is sitting right there like it is. Normally what you would do is, if you were doing it pro, you would go mine all those blocks, you would come in, you would set this on slime block because slime block can be broken even with mining fatigue. And oh, you can place string underwater? Can I place the conduit on the string is the question. Should be able to. So anyways, and then that would give you both night vision and water breathing, but as you can see, with just respiration 1, I was able to do this, no potions. Well, I guess you didn't see. You didn't see, you're just gonna have to take my word for it. I'm sorry. And there we have it, full beacon power. Now, I forgot, the fact that we had to come out to the ocean monument is also that we don't have an ocean anywhere near us, and I don't have aqua affinity, nor did I bring a shovel, a backup shovel. So yeah, and this one, it has fortune on it. This was not planned out very well. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be doing this for a while, and then I'll tell you what. I'll gather up all the resources, and then I will get them all in place, and I will meet you back at the Skylands in order to show you what the ring looks like with all the white concrete going all the way around. And there you have it. Look at that. The Skyland building is done. Well, okay, the shell of it is done. And I also finished putting in the white concrete around the outer ring. I decided against bringing it forward. It did look a bit strange with the bottom one being behind. So it is, we have 2 layers of white concrete, but you can't see, well, you can see it on the bottom, you can't see it on the top. And then I filled in the glass for both buildings. So both buildings, the shells are completely done, which means that we can soon get on to filling it in. I don't know if we're going to do that in the next episode because the goal of all of this large building stuff, I was even talking to ZloyXP about this, about my intentions, that is. And I don't want to get burned out doing this because, guys, this is, I mean, this is 1, big, but 2, do you know how long it took to get all of this glass? Not just the glass, but the dye for it as well, the green cactus, all the sand, and then you got to figure, guys, concrete requires sand as well. I've gathered so much sand, okay? And I don't mind, I really don't. It's just that when that's all you do constantly, day in and day out, it gets tiring. So what I was talking to Zloy about, because he was concerned about me burning out on doing so much work, is that the goal is to work on this for a bit and then go off and have an adventure. Come back, work on this for a bit, go off and have an adventure. So I'm thinking that next episode might just be an adventure episode. What adventure? I'm not really sure. We have a couple of options. I like throwing the chickens at, or the eggs at the chickens, if you can't tell. You know, we could attempt a wither fight. We could go do a guardian farm. We could go do a blaze farm. I haven't shown you guys, but I believe the fortress that we have closest to us in the nether has the possibility for a double blaze farm. So maybe we can do that. we do need a source of experience, and if we're gonna keep up all this glass smelting and stuff, then we're going to need blaze rods for a proper smelting area. But I do like this area a lot. I think it looks really nice. I think it looks very impressive. And from a great distance, it looks super impressive. I really like the way that it looks. It stands up and it stands out as, you know, it's, you know, when you're looking around, you look at it and you go, what is that? I want to know what that is, and I want to live there. It looks very impressive. It commands attention. And we're not even done yet. We still got to do landscaping. We still got to do lighting. We still got to do beacons. We still got to do water elevators going up to the top. I still need to do these clamp-like things around the ring. We're going to add to the ring and make it look more impressive and official. But that is it for this episode. Now, I'm thinking by the time that this uploads, by the time that this comes out, Carrie, the Android miner, should have released a video on her channel featuring a secret world that her and I have been working on for quite some time now, quite a few months anyways. So head over to her channel, The Android Miner. There will be a link in the description if I can remember to put it in there, and check that out. And if you're not already subscribed to her, subscribe to her. She's a really good friend of mine, a very awesome person. But that is it for today's episode, you guys. I hope that you did like it. Oh, look at that. You can see right through me with the glass. That's awesome. It's like X-ray vision. Anyways, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new around here, I would love it if you subscribed. I'm AnimusJ. I'll see you next time.